Hi there, this is Gondorian, and this is my brief guide on how to use my deck creator for Shadow Era TCG 2.88, which you can find at tools.shadowera.net. Right, here we go. Let's show the deck builder. So, tools.shadowera.net. If you go there, then it automatically takes you to card/hash build. So here it is. It's V0.85 because I'm progressively improving it, and it's for Shadow Era TCG 2.88. So initially you've got a screen showing you for all possible heroes all the cards. This text view is kind of handy for searching for a particular thing, like are there any cards with DAR in the name? Well, there are. Cool. Brief note on these. The green means uncommon, the orange means legendary, the blue means rare. Let's see if we can find an epic AR maybe. There he is. He's purple. Okay, if you don't like all these options, then maybe you could hide the filters. The problem there is you now can't see all of your ways that you've filtered it. So don't do that. Get rid of the filter. Back to this again. Most people probably want the images view. So I've gone over there now and done that. And so now you can see all the cards with all of their artwork, except for a few that don't have artwork. As with the other, we've got colors, and this is telling you how many you've got in your collection. There is support for telling it your collection, but by default it assumes that you've just got a playset with only one of each hero. There's no support for foils in here at the moment. It doesn't matter really for making a deck, just use the non-foils. So once you've decided on your hero, you can either click on one of them, or you can just say show me all the stuff for Elementalis. So now we know that Elementalis has 185 different cards that he could put in his deck, which means that the maximum deck size is 4 times that. Please don't bring a deck that big to the game. It really taxes the hardware on whoever's running it, you and your opponent. Anyway, so let's say we want Aladwin. We want to say, oh, I'm a big fan of items. What items does Aladwin have? There you go. We filtered it. We say, actually, I'm really interested in armors for some reason. Show me all the items that are armors that Aladwin uses. Sort it by cost, please. There we go up there. So, if we want to add some to our deck, we simply click on them. And there is now a gap there, but maybe you want to enable hide if none left. Things move then. The reason why that's an option is because sometimes you're clicking away and suddenly something's moved now and it surprises you. So for building a deck really fast, it's great because you can just click in exactly the same place over and over. Right, we don't want items anymore, we want allies. Let's look for all the allies that have 3 attack. There we go. Let's look for all of the allies that cost 3 that have 3 attack. There we go. Let's look for all the ones that have 3 attack and 4 health. There we go. So amazingly, there are actually only 2 humans that cost 3 with 3/4 attack. Anyway, let's go back to. We've got to put Jasmine in our deck. If you want to zoom in on that, maybe you've been inspired by Kim Kardashian recently, then just hover over the thing in the corner. If you're on an iPad, then you could click on that in the corner, and then to get rid of it, just click anywhere that isn't that. But another way to view the deck is to click on View Deck. Now this gives you a kind of embedded listing approach where when you hover over a card, it will show it, and it keeps showing whatever was the last one that you had. If someone ever shares one of these with you, you can get back to the deck creator by clicking Edit Deck. It hasn't actually closed your original tab. There it is there. So now you've got a new tab, another deck builder. But sometimes you start off with a view. So let's go back here. If you want a deck listing, which is really handy for pasting into a private message if somebody says, hey, I need a deck list for this tournament, e.g. the World Championships, click on list deck, and there you go. That's really simple. So you can just copy and paste that, no problem. Put that into a private message to somebody. As you can see, there's no abilities in there yet. Let's go. Now, this is an interesting one actually, because if we go back now, it's forgotten our deck because we never hit save. So that's a way to undo features, but it's also a way to sometimes mess up. But look, it's still there. So you can just go back to edit deck, and there it is. What other features are there? So save deck. So I add Zoe. I hit save, and then I'm gonna mess about with it a bit more. If you click up the top, you can take cards out, and then you realise, oh no, actually I changed my mind. Well, the URL is still set to whatever you saved it as, so now you're back again, and you've still got those cards as before. The pool isn't telling you like the total number of cards you could put in. It's the number of different cards, and the pool gets reduced. So if we want to find out if there's anybody called Brax, there's one Brax soldier available, one match, but there's actually 4 to put in. It's useful to know kind of how many options there are. If we go back to allies and we remove Brax, we can see the tribes here. Let's find out what Templar allies she has available. That subtype there is mostly for, what is this? Mostly bow actually. So we go back to items. There's a few other things that match. She hasn't got access to any bows. Well, that's name. Subtype bow. She has no access to bows, but maybe there's access to Homunk. Nope, because that's not an item. Alright, go back to ally. So if you don't want to use subtype there, you can type it here. This is all text matching. Most people who use this, they'll say, oh, what cards can exile? Okay, type that in. Exile. Spirit Warden can exile. For her, in terms of allies, you go to all, exile. There you go, there's the different cards for her that can exile all stuff. Go back to images. That just swaps. Nothing changes really. Just changes the view. If you want to change your hero when you're at this point, then you're going to have to click reset hero. That will be lost, so you might want to view that deck over there. And then you reset hero, it asks you sure? Okay. And we're now back to be able to choose a different hero. We want to make a Bloodfang. That text is still being searched for him. That's kind of handy. So you've got an idea like, oh, I want to do a deck based around Defender. Right, in that case, for each of these heroes I can go, oh, right, Boris has got 4 Defender options, Amber's got 4, obviously. Victor's got that many. Nishaven's got no access to Defender. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Didn't really look at it. There you go. Jericho, no access to it. Lance, no access to it. Pterodon has. He's the guy with the most access to Defender, although that is a bogus match. Anyway, you get the idea with this. So you can save decks. The URL up here corresponds to cards in your deck. If you want to just handcraft one of these as a starting point for a deck, by all means do, but it's probably quicker to just build it. I'm not sure what else to say here, so I guess I'll leave it there. If you've got any questions, then find me on the forum. Or in fact, if you completely clear the deck, or reset the hero, please send feedback via my thread on the official forum. Click on that, and there we go. You can see here that needs updating because we're up to 0.85 now. But anyway, thanks very much for viewing, and hope you enjoy it. Cheers.